Good morning and welcome to the Friday morning warm up and number 25 and still going strong, which is great. And what we're going to start with first of all is just a little bit of mild clapping. I've got a 2-bar rhythm which I'm going to put up on the screen for you to clap. And if you can, tap your feet left, right, or right, left at the same time, and that will just help the concentration or give you something more to concentrate on. And I'll get the metronome going as well, so all sorts of things going on at the same time. I hope you can all see that on the screen there, just to keep you going. And I'm going to start clapping. Just join in, or just after 4. 1, 2. Oops, that's a bit quick. Hang on, I can't walk that fast. Let's slow that down a bit. 1, 2, 3. Right, let's get our feet going first. That'd be a good idea. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And after 4, we'll start that clapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, da. Last time. One more time. Da, 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 ba, da, ba, da, ba. Good. I remembered this time to turn over my 1-minute egg timer. Otherwise, I'd have lost track of time. Okay, let's just get some long tones going on our instrument now, and some fast plucking just to warm up the fingers and the instrument as well. And again, we're in a C scale today, the whole tone scale, but we just concentrate on the note C, concert C. So if you'd like to just follow me, I'm just going to pluck my guitar at a regular sort of tempo, and you can join in with whatever's appropriate for your instrument to warm it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, let's move on now to the chromatic scale. So all the notes from C up to the octave C, and try a different octave perhaps today if you've got the range on your instrument, or maybe if you're on a piano, use two fingers or two hands or something different. On a guitar, perhaps choose a different part of the neck of the guitar to play the octave chromatic scale. So we're going to do it at 80 beats a minute, and here we go. After 4, chromatic scale starting on C, going up to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. Let's do that again after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do descending now from C down to C after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, descending. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the up and the down. Let's join them together, and we'll go from the bottom to the top. Without repeating, the top note comes straight down to the bottom. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And down. That's good. Don't forget to always aim to keep all your notes even, same volume, same attack, same tone. And guitarists as well, keep your fingers close to the fretboard. Try and keep your fingers just above the string, like a couple of millimeters, rather than fingers waggling around in the air. Likewise with the pianos as well, of course. Here we go, all the way up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. And just for luck, that was 80 beats a minute. We're just going to do one at 130. Now it sounds like a lot, but once your fingers have got the muscle memory going, speed actually... Somebody did an experiment, nothing to do with what we're doing, and took a non-piano player and a concert piano player and asked them to wiggle their fingers as quickly as possible, and there wasn't actually much different in the speed. So a non-piano player or guitarist can actually move their fingers as fast as a musician. It's just that they can't coordinate it quite so well. That's the difference. So once you've got the muscle memory going, speed becomes a lot easier. So let's do that again, but just once, just up and down, but at a faster speed. We'll get the tempo going, then I'll count you in. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And down. Okay, there we go. Little rush of excitement there. Good. Okay, now we're going to move on to the sheet now. So if you've got the sheet printed out, get it out, or stick it on your screen, or look at the one I'm going to put on the screen, which will be the concert one, of course. I do apologise to saxophone and trumpet players. I'm constantly talking in concert pitch, so I'm sure you've figured that out. Yes, we're looking at the whole tone scale, bit of an esoteric scale, but does get its uses, and it's a little bit of has a bit of a relationship with the chromatic scale actually, because in the same way that the chromatic scale is going up in semitones just forever, the whole tone scale is literally going up in tones forever. So C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, because of the little gaps, and so on. So it is literally just going up in tones, which means that if you play the C whole tone scale, C, D, E, F sharp, or the D whole tone scale, you'll be playing the same notes. So the only other one, in a sense, is the C sharp whole tone scale, and that's the one in the gaps. And if you actually put the two together, you get the chromatic scale if you interleave the whole tone scale of C and C sharp. Anyway, something to think about. Let's just play that first bar then. The whole tone scale, 1 octave. You will notice there are only 6 notes before it reaches the first one again. So it's a hexatonic scale, not a heptatonic scale. Okay, the whole tone scale. Let's not do it at 130. Let's go back to 80. Here we go. First bar, just once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I hope that was okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the whole tone scale for the third time. 2, 3, 4. That's it. And let's do the second bar now. So we're going to be playing exactly the same scale except in reverse as written. Second bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's put the two together. So we're going to loop bars 1 and 2, and we'll do it 3 times without stopping. Literally the bars 1 and 2 looped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second bar. First bar. Second bar. All that again. And finish. There we go. Okay, so that's the whole tone scale. Those of you that play music which involves some form of improvising, you might be wondering when you could possibly use it. And well, the most common scale for improvising that over is the augmented 7th chord, which has got a sharp 5. So that means that all the notes in it are whole tones apart. What's the difference between tied and separate quavers? That's a bit of an off-the-wall sub question there. I'll come back to that. Right, okay, and bars 3 and 4, I've just shown the notes of an augmented 7th chord. Actually,
just related to your clapping pattern.
Oh, right.
Dave,
I'll come back to that. Because we're coming back to that pattern.
Okay.
So in the augmented 7th arpeggio, you might put flats in there rather than sharps, but enharmonically they're the right notes for a dominant 7th arpeggio. Right, moving on. We're going to practice the whole tone scale in rising intervals, as we are want to do. And so I'm just literally going to play along that line, all four bars, left to right, second line down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's just a little exercise showing the intervals that are in the whole tone scale, and you might want to explore that further, see what they actually are. Okay, let's move on now to the whole tone scale ascending in 4-note cells. This is one of those little patterns that you get for practicing the scales, and I've just done a slight variation on what we've done before. So we're going up 3, then coming down to the next tone up, and no, going back to the first note, and then going up 4 and coming down and going up 4 and coming down and going up 4, but gradually rising up the scale. I'm going to slow this one right down because I usually no, I mustn't say I usually mess it up, because I'm just going to mess it up if I do that, aren't I? Here we go. So just going to literally play across I think we're on the third line now. Yeah, the third line. Whole tone scale ascending in 4-note cells, but it's a lot slower. That is a lot slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, I hope you got that all right. So ring quavers, don't forget. So 2 and 3 and 4 and. What last time? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And of course you can keep going higher and higher and higher. That's that sort of exercise. Good. Now we're well ensconced in the whole tone scale, and I did mention earlier in that chord that it's related to the augmented 7th chord. It's actually the 5th note which is augmented, not the 7th. The 7th is natural, minor 7th. But it's the 5th that's augmented. So I've just shown some intervals here based around the augmented 5th, which is so if the note is C, the normal 5th, perfect 5th, would be a G. But the augmented 5th will be a semitone higher, a G sharp. So you get this interval. G, da. And I did try to look up, see what songs actually start on that interval. Needless to say, none I recognised. So that's not going to help me anyway. I'll have to look into it further if you actually want a tune. There might be orchestral pieces which start on that interval, but it's really nursery rhymes which are the kind of thing which help you remember these intervals. One thing that does start on that interval, and this is interesting because that sounds quite discordant, but the good old Steve Cropper, the guitarist, he used to play a lot of these sounds, which is a very sort of country sound, and that is the same interval. So it's interesting that it sounds nice and sweet when he plays it like that, but it sounds a bit ominous when you play it like that. And I'll tell you why I'm talking too much today, aren't I? The reason his sounds nice is because it's actually an inverted major third, which we all know is a very nice interval, rather than that which is being treated as an augmented 5th. So anyway, something for you to go away and read about if you're interested in that. So let's play bar 1 of the rhythmic phrases now. So let me just put the metronome onto 80 again. Just going to play bar 1 just to get that interval into our heads. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does sound like a monster walking down the street towards us, doesn't it? Okay, let's move on to the next box, the next bar. So it's the same interval, but just a slight rhythmic pattern. So repeating bar 14 now. So looped 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Sorry. One more time. Guitarists, it's a good idea to stretch your fingers from 3 to 6 without moving the hands. That's a good way of widening your stretch. Okay, let's move on to the third bar then. So we've got these quaver patterns here. So bar number 15, the third one along. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. God, it'd drive you mad after a while, wouldn't it? Let's move on now to the fourth bar along. Now we've got a little triplet involved here, so let's play that. Bar number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Ooh, right, good. Next line. Now this is a 2-bar pattern because I haven't put a double bar line between the first 2 bars. That's just to indicate it's a 2-bar pattern. So we're going to repeat the first 2 bars of the next line. Let's just move that up. Watch out for this because the notes are jumping about. I'm telling myself that actually, as well as yourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. Last time. Okay, and we're on to the last one now. We're not going to loop join them all up together. We're going to just play this last pair now. So again, it's a 2-bar phrase. And just slipped in a couple of semiquavers there in each bar. So again, similar pattern rhythmically, but just the notes are changing, moving around. So swapping over. Okay, so the third and fourth bar of the penultimate line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. You'll be pleased to know that's the last augmented fifth interval we're going to play for a while. After a while, it's not the most pleasant of intervals, is it? Perhaps you should do one of those Steve Cropper licks. That sounds a bit nicer. Right, good. Okay, we're just going to move on. Now, this is just an example of the whole tone scale being used in a bit of music we probably all know. And it's on the intro to You Are the Sunshine of My Love by Stevie Wonder. And it's got that little piano intro. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, dum. You all know the bit. So we're just going to play the left two, the first two bars of the bottom line. And bass players play the bottom line. Guitarists and pianos, of course, you can play both notes at the same time if you want, or just play the bottom line. And the rest of you can either choose the lower note or the higher note. And if there's two of you in a room, you can play harmonies together and sound like a joint Stevie Wonder piano. So this is actually the rhythm we were clapping right at the beginning. Now is possibly the time to answer Chris's question about tied quavers, and the reason normally for that is if you're crossing the halfway line of a bar, simply because it makes it a little bit easier to read if you the kind of person who likes to divide the bar in half and see where notes are sitting. So in this instance the middle two quavers are tied, when in fact I could have just written a crotchet there, but it would cross the halfway line of the bar. That's my understanding of why it's best to tie notes. Is that okay, Chris? Yeah, good. Right, shall we play the left hand two bars? Here we go. I'm just going to play it once, just the left two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So next time you listen to that song, just listen to bars 3 and 4 of the intro, and you'll hear that rhythmic phrase and that whole tone scale run up. I think it's in a different key, and I've shown on the right hand side. We're not going to play the right hand side riff, but I've just shown it in its original key. Should any of you want to play along with the record next time you hear it. Good, right, okay, everyone okay so far, and we've just got one more thing to do, and that's to strum through some chords just to finish off the session. So no whole tone scale in this chord sequence, although these chords are loosely based on the verse to You Are the Sunshine of My Love. So after that little whole tone scale run, it goes into this. And again, I've changed the key, so although I think it does end up in this key later on in the song. I think there's a key change. So just one chord in there you might be wondering what to do. G/F, the second chord. Just think of that as a G chord, just a G major. If you've got enough fingers, you can put an F on the bass, but the bass players play an F where you see G/F. So now it's just one bar per chord. I'm just going to gently strum it, and you can play along with chord tones or improvise using the major scale, or just play arpeggios, or play the chords if you're a chordal instrument. Here we go, one bar per chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. we go. We can do this one more time. Okay, last time round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish on the root chord. Thank you, Stevie. And that finishes today's Friday morning warm-up. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming along. Let me get that off the screen and see all your lovely smiling faces. And hello, Martin, you just joined in. Good. And nice to see you all again. And we'll be back next week, of course, with a bit more of the same or different at the same time. And right, okay, if you want to unmute yourself and say goodbye to each other, then that would be great. And
Bye, everybody.
bye, everybody.